Welcome back to Big Trouble in Little Podcast. I'm Andy.
Chaz.
I'm gonna join the dubs.
I'm a corporate predator, Zork.
Whoa. And this is episode 338 and the final of horror. I can't remember what we called it. Then and now horror. Ancient and present horror.
It was like 2020 horror, then it was like horror month, and then it was like Universal, and we were just like, "Fuck it,
It's October. We're watching horror movies, whatever."
Yeah.
Or are we? Honestly, we've had so many fumbles genre-wise this month.
This week we watch horror movies.
Yes.
I fixed it.
You fixed it. Kind of. I guess it's still kind of, but
I mean, even Trollhunter is kind of like, there's horror, sure. It's just, I don't know, whatever. We're going to talk about it. We're talking about Scandinavian scares.
Ooh.
Zach, walk us through your choices here.
Well, I was going to try to stick to Swedish ones, but I didn't have a lot to pick from. I was researching it, and it looked like there was just this movie, The Phantom Carriage, that was the only one that was universally considered to be good.
Freaking lazy Swedes, make more horror.
I guess they don't like being scared. I don't know.
They're so damn happy.
And then, I had to expand it to, Scandinavian, the area. And when I did that, I got a lot more results, specifically from, Norway and Denmark. So it's I think they like being scared more than the Swedes do. But I picked The Phantom Carriage first from 1921. It is a silent movie. And if I had to sum it up, it's like a Christmas Carol. It's a spooky Christmas Carol is what it is.
I'm so glad you said that. That's exactly what it made me think of.
Because it's a somewhat similar kind of story, I think.
It could have been inspired by it. I mean, that's not too far-fetched, right? When did Christmas Carol get written? Like the 1830s? Or am I pulling that out of my ass?
I'm not sure, but this is also based off of a book, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, that's true. Okay, good point.
So I'm not sure, when the book came out. 1912. So, no, this is definitely after that book. The story.
1843. Christmas Carol was written in 1843.
So
I was only off by a decade.
I mean, considering how far back, that's not too bad.
Yeah, so the author might have read that and was like, I want to do a lemon twist on that, a spooky one, spookier. Christmas. There's parts of Christmas Carol that are spooky a little bit,
And It's a Wonderful Life. There's a lot of shots that remind me of remember when I forgot his fucking name in It's a Wonderful Life, but he comes back to his reality and he goes onto the pole and he's like, "Hey, everything's back!" Near the end of this movie where he's trying to stop his wife from killing the kids and killing herself.
I'm sure Frank Capra has seen this movie. That's who directed that, right? Wonderful Life. I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Someone fact check me again. No.
Tell you what, I should not
putting
have
it to
watched...
Joe Rogan over here. Jamie, pull that up.
I watched this at work, and given how intense the ending of this movie was, I should not have watched it at work. I was going to be really upset with how this movie could have ended.
Yeah, no, the end of this movie makes you think something really horrible is going to happen, and I was really yelling at the screen. It's like this movie, and better not the way it looks like it's going to end.
I'm sitting at the nurse's station, and I've watched this movie throughout, basically sitting there the whole time, but mostly haven't had anything to say about it. Just watched it, and I audibly go, "Oh no!" And I'm sitting there and I'm really tense, and I'm kind of tearing up. I'm like, "This is really fucked up. Are you really gonna just watch this happen?" And then, of course, we see they pull the swerve on us.
Yeah, before we spoil it, if you're listening to this and you're like, it's the 1920s, I'm not gonna watch that piece of shit. Go watch The Phantom Carriage. It's a good ass movie. I like it a lot. Don't let us spoil it for you. If you're on the fence at all, go watch it.
By the way, Andy, fact check, you were right.
Frank Capra.
Yep.
Good. I'm 2 for 2.
Also, the restoration for this looks great. This is one of the best looking silent films I've seen.
I can't believe it either. Considering how old it is and where it's from and
it's like a composited together version of it too. It's like they had 2 different versions of it different prints or something.
The version you guys saw start with like the history of it at the beginning. It's like, well, we found part of it here and part of it here, and we had to do a bunch of switcheroo.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. But yeah, it's about this guy like David Holm, who's like, he gets in a fight with some of his friends or something drunkenly, like before midnight. It's all based off like a Swedish like folk tale, I guess. Like the premise of this movie. It's like if you die on New Year's Eve before midnight or like near midnight or something, you'll end up having to drive death's carriage around for like a whole year.
Yeah, if you're the last person to die before at the end of the year, basically.
That's
Like don't be the unlucky fool that dies last before the new year starts. Otherwise, you have to be the one to do death's bidding.
Yep, and he gets in like a weird drunken fight with his friends and gets hit in the head with a bottle, and it seems like he dies right before midnight. But like, given like when you like, I guess the way the movie ends, it makes you wonder: did he really die or not? But who knows? After that, though, it's mostly like he's going around through his memories, like of his life, like when he used to be like a better person and became a worse person over time.
Much worse.
What's the horror in this? I guess it's the horror is existential. It's like when you think about like, man, did I waste my whole life being a horrible asshole and stuff? Just that kind of thing, really.
Yeah.
And then
the mood and tone of this movie is horrific, I think.
Yeah, and then being faced with the consequences of that, it's a damn.
Yeah, I guess like the actual Grim Reaper, scythe and all, is kind of like horrific.
It is, yeah. That's why I say it's spooky Halloween Christmas Carol, I think, is what this is.
No, it for sure is. I mean, again, it's not just a matter of the Grim Reaper's here or something to that effect. I mean, it's also this whole thing of this person's facing the consequences for being a terrible person and then is going to be damned to do something that feels near eternal while also watching people suffer. Like, there were multiple times I thought through the movie that, as you learn about the other characters that he affects in some way, like clearly he has the effect on the girl at the very beginning who's like dying from tuberculosis. He's the one that gave it to her, and she's still just kind enough. Like I'm a little confused about it, but it seemed like she more or less is like she's in love with him, or she just feels bad enough for him that she's just wanting him to like turn his life around. Like she doesn't want to give up on him because she's a good person.
I was confused too. Like the way she says it, it sounds like she is in love with him, and it's like, why?
Well, and I couldn't tell if there was like a translation issue or not, so I kind of left that to okay. It's either or, whether she loves him or she is just stuck on. I am not going to give up on you.
Yeah, she cares about humanity. She's
exactly
compassionate,
right? Because so either way, it's like okay, well. This person, literally the only person that hadn't given up on him yet at this point in his life for being a drunk bastard. And he's like, yep, I'll just give you tuberculosis and not give a fuck about it and get everyone else sick. Doesn't care about giving his kids TB, which is super fucked up. And then, of course, his wife and kids and all the nonsense he puts them through. But yeah, at one point I'm thinking, okay, the first person he's going to have to like carry out as an order is going to be this girl that's going to die. And then of course, like then the next part is he's going to watch spoilers, by the way. If you do want to watch this and haven't watched it, I'm about to spoil something really massive. So 3, 2, 1, you had your chance. So at the end, it seems like he's going to watch his wife murder his children and then commit suicide, and those would then be the first bodies he has to. It's not even just witnessing it; it's the fact that he would have to be the person to then take them as the new Grim Reaper. I was upset. This fucked with me pretty hard. It was really good though. I love the suspense, and then it got me, and I was like, "Ooh, you fucking Scrooge McDuck, you got me." I really like this movie. Another thing about this movie I really enjoyed, like to the point that I looked it up to find it, I fucking love the music in this movie.
Yeah, the music was really cool too.
I thought there was like a recurring theme they kept playing, particularly when they were dealing with the girl. that I was kind of like entranced by. I loved it. And funny enough, I've been on a kick recently listening to the music composed from Expedition 33. I know it's great, it's amazing, but really the music in that game too, aside from all the story, everything else is phenomenal. And there's very similar tones in the music in this film compared to that too. Aside from just like the generic stuff it plays up, it builds suspense. So I thoroughly enjoyed the music, and thought that, like, again, even though it's a silent film too, like I was like hooked. Like, once like the story really unfolded, I could not stop watching. Like, which I mean says something. I mean, I've not watched a ton of silent films, but man, this is arguably one of the best ones I've ever watched.
I think so too. For me, I've seen a few different ones, and this is like up there with like Nosferatu for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the one I thought of, Nosferatu.
And how they do like the carriage stuff was pretty cool for 1921, right? It has to be, right? With the
that weird bat masking transparency. However they achieve that.
I like when it rolls out over the sea to collect the drowned man. It's cool. It's a cool shot.
Yeah, that was really cool. Also, like some people, I guess, get divided on this sometimes with silent films, where like they'll do hues for like different scenes or something. Like one scene's like pictured here. There's like it's blue here, where it's night and it's outside or something.
Outside, it's snowy.
Or it's like it turns like kind of red a little bit. If it's like when he's like remembering stuff from his past, it's kind of tinged red. I kind of like that though when they do that in silent films. It like helps add a mood enhancer or something.
Mm-hmm. It like over exaggerates the colors so that you like feel the scene of like how it cool or hot or whatever passionate thing that's coming out of the scene.
It was like color grading before they had color grading. It's like what they had to do.
I know that I know it's not a movie we technically covered, but it is the movie that I watched during this as well. The original Phantom of the Opera, that was the silent film, also used a ton of different colors for lighting like that, especially depending on like the traps and stuff he would catch people in. And it was really cool, like how vivid the different colors were. Like it's something like to me, it kind of surprised me. But this movie did a good job with it too. But it didn't need to do as many like vividly different tones. There wasn't a spot where someone was being trapped in a burning like torture room. So you didn't need to display that. But like I see what you're saying. Like I don't know why people get hung up on that. It's like what you're watching a film that has no voice acting and it's in black and white. Like you need something to help. But people don't like to infer things. So
no, they like their hand to be held while they're watching a movie. It's sickening sometimes. But I also like some of like it also feels like a stage play at times when they're going into like certain scenes when he's running towards the apartment and stuff. It almost looks like a set. It probably is, but I just like how it's shot, back then as well. I just adored a lot of the shots because that's what visually you're seeing. Because the only dialogue you're seeing is the cards and stuff of what is being said. But I also think it's badass that you get to come to Grim Reaper for a year. I know that's probably not what they don't want to hear. Like,
it's supposed to be a punishment.
Yeah.
No, see, he would embrace it. He's like, I get to be Death's driver for a year. That sounds cool.
That's metal.
I also thought it was interesting they didn't have a lot of those caption screens. I don't know what they really call that. Where like somebody says something and they tell you the dialogue and you read it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
For a silent movie, there wasn't like a lot of those. I've seen a few, and like sometimes they do it a lot. And this one was like, I think it hit like a happy medium where it was like they didn't do it too much, but they also just left things open sometimes just enough where it was like, you get a nice little break and you can just kind of take in what's happening in front of you, kind of thing.
I also think the actors do a good job of just doing very generic things for us to understand the scene, essentially. Because you could look at their their body motions and be like, oh, he's pissed off at this person.
Their facial expressions, or then like kind of doing a little bit more stagey acting because it's silent. Yeah,
they had to rely more on that back then, and that's how all these actors would have trained as stage actors.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. Would you want to see a remake of this with dialogue and stuff? With a right director and a good writer?
I mean, not particularly. Like, I mean, I guess if like Robert Eggers was going to remake it or something,
that's exactly who I was going to say.
Or like Guillermo del Toro or something, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll see this. I'll see this out. But generally speaking, my policy is always, if it's already good, leave it alone. This is already worth watching. There's not really a whole lot to redo. But if the right person did it, maybe.
I'm going to sound really corny, but I would want to see this in a play. I would actually want to see a playwright of this and go to a theater and watch it. I think it would be really good, or could be really good. Not a musical, I should point out.
Yeah, not a musical.
Just a drawn out, really boring, sad, depressing play.
I want to see it done with shadow puppets.
The Muppets, Phantom Carriage.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man. But I guess, are we near the end of like our final thoughts on this, or do we have anything else to add?
This movie is really well made. Its tone and mood are perfect. I recommend it, and I like it a lot. There, I'm done.
I mean, I recommend it as well, and I already gave my thoughts. It's mainly the visuals, and it's creepy. I also like the shot where he's at that like party, and the sisters or whatever, the Salvation Army girls are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all his drinking buddies are one by one are being taken away from him, and he's all alone at the table, and you could see a hint of emotion where he's just sad that he's alone, and then he just goes right back to the booze. And I was like, that's a good shot. That's a good scene. I like it.
Yeah, no, he's such a horrible scumbag like the whole time.
Yeah.
And then they still manage a few of those times to humanize him. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to put my finger on exactly how they did what they did with that character.
But Chaz and Zach, you recommends?
Yeah, I recommend it.
Definitely, yeah. One of the best silent movies I've ever seen. I guess to this day, it's considered to be one of the greatest films that ever came out of Sweden. So there you go.
All right. Well, let's get to the next movie.
Trollhunter.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really upset I didn't know about this film about 2 months ago when I picked my movies for our buddies' Horror Fest. Because this would have been a consideration, considering the genre I had to use.
Yeah, I kind of like, after I've known about this movie for a really long time, but just never got around to seeing it until we did it for this. It came out in like 2010, and it was like Dubs was talking in the chat about. It's like, this seems like one of those early Netflix movies where they dubbed it over it when it was a foreign language film.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it probably was, because this is how a lot of people first watched it back then. It was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I definitely watched it with an English dub, and it was hilarious. Mm-hmm. But I didn't hold that against the film. It added like a charm in some way, which was funny. So I didn't mind, but I more importantly still just read what it said down below, and that was fine.
Yeah. I watched it subtitled, but at some point I moved from one television to another, and when I did, I pulled up Tubi and accidentally started the dub and like went to where I was like 20 minutes in, and then it was dubbed. And I watched it for like 5 minutes because I was like, wait, is this better? And less than 5 minutes is all it took for me to be like, no, this is not better.
Yeah. I was already in, like, I started it and I just left it as it was, so I just went with it. But, like, I don't know. I mean, I could probably go back and watch it in subbed. Like you said, it's probably significantly better because the dub itself is there. But I don't think it takes away from the movie in any way as far as, like, the aesthetic.
No, I read it. I read the subtitles while listening to the dub. It's, like, if I close out the dub, I'm like, yeah, I get the tone of horror and like thrilling and all that stuff. But man, the dub puts on like a whole new show, especially when that guy in the red band pulls up with the bear. He's like, I got the bear. It's here.
Dude, fucking Borat
how did they
shows up.
dub him? Because
Borat, he was Borat. He was the guy that's very nice.
Yeah,
because in like the subtitle, he's from another country, so he has an accent, but they speak English for a minute. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like they're from Poland, I think. And
they're from Poland.
That's why I was telling Dubs in the chat, and I wanted to elaborate on this when we got here. But like when you're watching it subbed in Swedish, that's the only time anybody says anything in English is when that guy says that last line before they pull away. And I think it comes off a lot funnier when you watch it subbed.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure, because like the whole time it's nothing's there, and then that happens.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys remember what he said exactly? Like what in the dub when they were leaving? It's like when they're getting ready to leave and they pull away in the van.
Oh no, I don't remember, because I just remember the only part I remember is guys like, this is not an Alaskan bear. What the fuck? And he's like, it's Scandinavian and Sweden, same area.
I wrote it down because it was so freaking funny to me. I don't know why. It was hilarious. But he says they're asking like, what are you doing? What's going on? He's like, why problem make when you no problem have you don't want to make?
That's what he says.
That's the only sentence you hear spoken in English in the whole movie, and it was freaking funny.
Right, that's actually hilarious. That's what's said. I do remember him saying that, but of course, like in the dub, everyone's speaking English. It's whatever. So it's even better that that's actually still what he says, even with the sub.
But yeah, this it's like a found footage movie where these college students are like trying to follow this guy around who's like, I guess they think he's some kind of like poacher or something.
Yeah, bear poacher.
Yeah,
a bear poacher.
Yeah, like the country has a really big problem with like poaching bears. Like only people that are state officials are allowed to hunt bears. Like,
and that one guy knows every bear hunter in the country.
Yeah, they're just not allowed to do it. So yeah, the whole premise is they think this guy's like the most notorious like bear poacher in the country, and they're like, oh, we're gonna get this story for our university found footage thing. It's gonna be cool, whatever. And they get way more than they bargained for, right?
Yes. Because they follow this guy around, and at first he's like, "Fuck off, leave me alone, I'm busy." And eventually they follow him when he goes real far out in the woods at night, and then they see he's hunting trolls.
That's the scariest part of the whole movie.
It is
where they're in the dark and they're like following him, and there's like some weird flashes, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And he like sprints out of the dark into the shot and is right in front of the camera and just goes, the scariest part of the movie. it's a little bit of a jump scare, like you hear him coming, but you genuinely have no idea what's going on, and then he's so genuinely terrified, and they're like, what? And then everyone just kind of runs. It's genuinely the scariest part.
Yeah, I mean, like it gets at certain points it gets a little comedic sometimes.
Definitely.
But that's okay in horror movies because sometimes they do that slashers. It's fine. But there's other parts like pictured up there where they're at that bridge and he's trying to like get the troll under the bridge and stuff. I think he's trying to get a blood sample from him. Is that what it was?
I still don't understand why, because he has a syringe that's like this, and then he takes it to the vet, and she uses like a teeny little bit on a slide. It's like, well, what was the point?
I think it maybe just to be wacky. I don't know.
I guess so.
It was extra funny, actually, that it was a massive syringe. It almost gave me like the thought of like and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they like go to the doctor with a bucket of blood.
Oh, bucket, yeah.
It's like, why'd you bring a whole bucket? Yeah.
But I like that scene a lot too, because like when they first start following him around, like after that first encounter with like the first troll, he starts asking them questions like, "Are any of you Christian?" And they're like, they all answer no. And then when he's trying to get the one from the blood sample from, and it's like he fails to like get him, he comes back in like an armored suit, and he has like a bucket. And he's like, "This is a Christian man's blood." It just says that like it's just real matter of factly. It's like, where did you get a whole bucket of a Christian man's blood?
That's part of the troll mythos I was unaware of. They can smell Christian blood. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, that sounds like some medieval stupid bullshit. But I never heard that. That's cool.
My favorite part is when the camera guy like died, and they're all like laying around and crying, like I didn't know he was a Christian. I didn't know he believed in God. And I was like,
fucking idiot. No,
why is that? Why is that so funny to me?
Yeah. Well, and you got to think
absurd.
about like where they're from too, because like again in that like Scandinavia and multiple countries, like it's the opposite of so many other countries where a religion is the predominant theology, as opposed to just being atheist. So, like to them, it's like Christian man's blood. Like this matters because of this specific consequence. But it's easy to say, oh no, fuck that, we don't believe in God, whatever.
And then the one guy, is most of Scandinavia atheist?
Well, there's a significant portion, like enough that it wouldn't be abnormal for a bunch of people to be like for some person to say, you don't believe in God, do you? And it'd be like, oh no, we don't believe in God. Like as opposed to like well here in America, what do you mean we don't believe in God? Yeah, we do. Like I can see an Americanized version of the troll thing going very badly because people would constantly be sniffed out.
It'd be like the Hulk.
I mean, the whole thing. You can't think about it too much, or it kind of messes up the movie. But he's like, if you believe in God, the troll will detect you. I need you to not believe in God. But the fact that trolls can detect in your blood if you believe in God makes me question, wait, is there a God in the existence of this movie? Because then them believing in it makes their blood smell different. It's weird. It's
something about midichlorian counts. It's don't overthink it. But third fact check, because I wanted to know. Yeah, Norway's atheist percentage varies, but is thought to be around 70%. So there you go. That would be an overwhelming majority, right?
But yeah, it's like after that, it's the whole movie is just them following Hans around. He's the state troll hunter for the government, and apparently he's the only one in the whole country.
And he's fed up.
I found that crazy that he was the only one.
That's a big ass country.
Yeah. I was just like, I don't know, like what, Norway's the size of California roughly or something?
I think it's bigger.
Is it bigger?
I don't know. It's weird because a bunch of Scandinavian countries look weird depending on the map projection that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's the Mercator projection, it looks one way, but if it's the other one, it looks different. So I don't know. I have no fucking clue. For all I know, it's the size of Vermont. I don't know. I doubt it.
But yeah, it's just following him around, and he's just sick of like not getting paid well, not having good benefits. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to tell you everything about trolls."
Yeah, there's like an agency and stuff that he has to like fill out forms, and when the like trolls are like stoned and stuff, I was like,
very, very bureaucratic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he like just talks about how like he seems like a hero in their eyes, and he's like, no, I'm not a hero. I'm out here murdering poor wild trolls that like are just trying to live their life. I had to kill family and some babies. Like he's
murdering the ones that like are outside of their territory and have rabies and stuff.
Yeah, well, kind of, but he's had to like again. It's like anything steps out of. It's kind of like how if a spider's in your house, you kill it because it's just got in the territory. But it's like you could have just taken it outside. But with the opposite being like, okay, what is a giant troll that could just like kill them all? So I don't know. It's a very conflicting thing because it's like, well, they're also just living their life, and he's just this. At least from his perspective, he's just this guy that's fed up with having to go and risk his life killing a bunch of trolls just because he's told to, and no one ever knows what he's doing. So that's why I guess he also gives in on letting the kids in on it. He's like, maybe if people were aware of this, then maybe it'll change things. Maybe I'll get better pay.
Yeah, and then they kind of botch it.
Yeah.
At the end of this movie, I don't know. I don't know how to describe how I wanted the end of this movie to go, but I don't care for the last like 5 minutes of this movie. It's kind of dumb.
You mean like? So where does it start getting dumb exactly?
Well, I guess just like right there at the very end where he like tries to run off with the footage and like I guess jumps in front of a truck, and then they're just like, they mailed this footage to us and we looked at it and we decided it's true, so here you go. I was like, wait, what? Why does he do that? It's so dumb.
this is where like a lot of like found footage tropes start to get a little nutty. Is like you have this interesting like
it has to be found. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it can't just be. Is that where you're going with it?
Yeah, but they do it such in a dumb way where we see that ending and then we just think that the government, because those are government people or at least government affiliated, chasing after them for the footage, and you don't think the government's gonna give out this to the public? No.
See, you're thinking about it like the government got the guy, not that. Which is from what I read, what happened, that trucker got a hold of the footage somehow.
Oh.
Apparently, that's what happened.
Oh,
like I guess what reading between the lines, that's what you're supposed to infer from that.
They should have just like had they just do a hard cut where it comes in and it just goes to the end and we found this footage. And
I would have filmed a scene of like
him picking it up or something like that.
Yeah, like here it shows him throwing something into his cab in the truck. Like, what the fuck? And then he gets dragged off by like government people.
Yeah,
that's what you see. And then like now, what I do like is the very end of this movie where there's like some fucking government meeting, and then like the president of Norway is just like
the prime minister. Yeah, he's after all. Norway has a lot of trolls, and the guy's like, "What did you just fucking say?"
Yeah, he's like, fuck." Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah,
that I do like. That I did enjoy.
Yeah. I kind of liked the ending. I mean, I took the whole thing right at the beginning of, okay, this is gonna kind of have that weird like conspiracy like theory type of vibe to it. Oh, this is real or not? But what I liked the most is I liked how the ending of their battle with the last troll, just massive fucking troll. Like, like it's like Shadow of the Colossus kind of vibes, right? Like he takes this massive troll down, and then he just wanders off into the sunset like a badass because he's just over it. He's like, "Ah, fuck it, I'm gone." I really like that. That's cool because the guy's a badass. Like the whole thing with him at the troll bridge where he gets fucking smashed. I was like, "Fuck, he's dead. What are they gonna do now?" And
I thought he was dead too.
Yeah, and then because he gets bitten, right? He bites his head, right? And I'm thinking, oh, there's no way, like that thing like crushed his head or whatever, and he's just laying there. And then he like shakes it off and he gets up and then he goes down there and he just fucking obliterates that troll and gets its blood. Like, what the fuck? The guy's a badass.
And then when the kid got bit, I was like, oh, that might be something interesting that might happen down the line. And I'm like,
I was waiting the whole movie for that.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, it's going to get infected or something, right? Oh, no, it's just straight up rabies.
He's going to turn into a troll. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Were trolls.
I mean, that kind of sucks. He has rabies. Like, basically, the whole time he's like, I keep doing this thing. And then later they're like, oh, well, this is what they have. And they're like, oh, you need to get to a hospital. I mean, if you know anything about rabies, like, it's too late. Like, they can do whatever they want. Like, he's gonna die. So, like, he the moment they find out, I'm like, oh, he fucked. Like, they waited way too long to get him treated.
Just get a blood transplant. It's fine. Just drain all the blood out of his body and put new blood in there.
Yeah, you watching some anime shit or something.
It's like artificial blood. It's like Metal Gear Solid. It's like all that shit they put in Raiden.
Speaking of Metal Gear Solid, like when they're in their little fucking Dawn of the Dead fucking vehicle, like running away from this troll, I just kept on thinking of a fucking Metal Gear just chasing after the Jeep. I was like, that would be a cool ass scene, seeing a Metal Gear Rex or something like that, going after Snake or whatever.
Got Metal Gear on the brain, apparently. That's not what I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the moment that he was like classifying the different types of trolls, and he mentions is it the Jotner?
Yeah.
Yeah. The moment he mentions it, it's like he's gonna face one of those. He's gonna fight one of those. And,
I mean, it's the cover. It's the poster of the movie. So.
Oh, sure. But like, to be fair, I hadn't put two and two together yet. But like, he describes it, I'm like, all right, this is gonna happen. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. That's so cool.
It's like Jaws, like he's like, I've seen that shark before, and that's like how he was. He's like, I've seen that troll before. I've seen it with my own eyes, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna that's a final boss right there. Essentially, what it's leading to.
Poor guy. I mean, he keeps tanning lights on in the inside, so he because he doesn't sleep in the dark.
I got sunscreen.
He's covered.
He has to wear sunscreen. Oh, that would fucking drive me insane.
He's covered in fucking this like troll piss, like just filth. That's the best way to describe it. Just their muck. Like the man's tired. He just wants to sleep. Poor guy.
And then when they recruited the Muslim girl, like, the Muslims are good, right?
And he's like, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I was genuinely like, I kind of want to know the answer to this question. I really don't understand.
It's the best part when they're like, well, he's the expert. He would know. And he's like, I guess we'll see.
And then she was acting like the last camera guy. You believe in trolls? And like everybody's so fucking serious.
It didn't amount to much. She comes in so late in the movie, and nothing really comes of it. I was a little disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't need. It was just like they needed that person to keep filming, so they had to get somebody, right?
Yeah. I just wouldn't why kill the cameraman at all.
Then you wouldn't have had that cool tense scene of him flipping out, trying to cover up his Christian smell with troll smell.
Well,
And
yeah,
then he
that's
gets.
true.
Then he
I
gets.
just then they could have got away or something. Like it's not necessary for him to have died.
Yeah, I would have wrote it a little better. Like maybe it's like they were in contact with a friend or something, keeping them updated. It's like, we need you to come here and just work this camera. They know everything that's already going on to get in there.
Yeah, they kind of like prep her, be like, oh no, this is serious stuff. And then like they talk into trolls and she's like totally laughing it off. And then
just show her footage. Just be like, look, watch. It's like, what are they going to say? Like, you did this CG effects before I got here. Like these fucking 2 college students did that. Yeah.
No, but they just like Saving Private Ryan her like into fucking battle with these trolls, and I was
You're
like,
drafted into this troll war, bitch.
Yeah.
Troll war.
There were at times where the CGI did like age a little bit for 2009.
Sure.
And I was like, but overall, I enjoyed it. Like, there was definitely some tone shifts, and probably because I was watching the dubbed of this. But also, like, seeing him get fucking smacked around was kind of funny too. But I know it was supposed to be serious. Like, this troll is fucking huge. It's gonna smash him.
I didn't even I saw it. I was like, oh fuck! I like the suspense was building because I was immediately thinking, okay, well this troll's gonna be pissed, and I was already kind of thinking, okay, one of them is Christian, like clearly one of them is lying about it. So this troll that's mad, that's at the bridge, is gonna know, like, they're here. So I was waiting for them to all get murdered, or it'd be like a survival thing for that specific troll or something. And then no, the guy just fucking shrugs off. That's when I laughed so hard. I was like, oh, he's just used to it.
Oh, wow, I'm stupid. They put a troll under the bridge, and that's like one of the fairy tales.
Yeah,
well,
that's where trolls go. Yeah,
they also use billy goats. Remember, like that's what they were using to bait it before they used the Christian men, because there's the whole story of the billy goats gruff. 3
billy goats gruff.
And they also say throughout this, but that's just a fairy tale. I'm like, okay. But I had fun, still watching it. So I wasn't like mad or anything. I thought the different scenes of tones were great, and I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot.
It's about a monster hunter hunting monsters. It sounds pretty horror. I feel like it fits in pretty good.
Yeah,
it's like a kaiju as well.
Yeah, it's a. I didn't think about this from this angle, but somebody said like best cryptid movie ever, and I'm like, I guess it is.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to think about it through that lens.
But I recommend.
Same. I enjoyed it. Yeah, recommend it. Enjoyed it a lot.
This is probably one of the best found footage movies I've seen too, actually.
Agreed, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the best one I've seen.
So you've seen Blair Witch and the original, and I guess like to me it's like that Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity, the first one.
Cloverfield. Like this is like Cloverfield plus Blair Witch.
Yeah, I was about to say I haven't seen any of the things you've said, but I've seen Cloverfield. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
I saw some of Blair Witch, and I don't know. I saw it back when it was popular, when it was still pretty new, and I watched it for like 30 minutes. I was like, I get it.
I get it. It's fine.
I don't need any more of this. Okay.
Since you're like VHS hunting now, I think it'd be a total like I had a vibe idea where it's like get a copy of Blair Witch Project on VHS and watch it on your old ass TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Mm.
Well, when that movie came out on VHS, I remember my aunt and uncle, because we had they had a big backyard and they had like this wooded area, and they put a TV and turned on Blair Witch, and that was scary as fuck as a kid watching that in the wooded area.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's too close to home.
Yeah. But final ranking time.
Whoa.
I gotta pull that up.
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah, Zach's the only one that isn't up yet. We gotta see this. Very curious.
Right. Chaz, why don't you read yours while he does it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Starting from the bottom. So to help too, like since we had 8 movies, we doubled the number of points for everyone listening. So this is out of 30 total points given out. Number 8, I have the Phantom of the Opera, 1943. I gave it 0 points. I just really did not enjoy that movie. And it's probably because I accidentally watched the original one first, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I gave it no points. At number 7, I have the Phantom of the Opera 2004. I gave it 2 points. Not exactly in the horror genre, but I still enjoyed it somewhat. So I think, and to be fair, I think from this point on, I can say I enjoyed every film to some extent. It was just, I think the only one I really didn't enjoy was the original Phantom of the Opera. But nevertheless, number 6, I have Nutty Professor at 2 points. I have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at number 5 with 3 points. I have The Mummy 1931 next at 5 points. And it's tied with the 1999 Mummy at 5 points. So wow. They're interchangeable, I guess. It's just I have one at 3, one at 4, but they're tied. I have Trollhunter at number 2 at 6 points, and I have the Phantom Carriage at number 1 at 7 points.
Whoa. All right. Zach, are you still doing? I guess I'll go next.
I'm still plugging it in.
Okay. Number 8, Phantom of the Opera 43. I gave it 1 point. It's a competent movie, I guess. It is a full movie. Number 7, Phantom of the Opera 2004. Also 1 point. If I could rank the first 40 minutes of that movie, it would be much higher, but no, fuck that. Nutty Professor at number 6 with 3 points. It's not a horror movie. It was entertaining though, so cool. Mummy 31, number 5 with 4 points. Trollhunter number 4 with 4 points. The 1931 Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at number 3, also with 4 points. The 1999 The Mummy at number 2 with 6 points. I just love that movie so much. It's fun incarnate. It's just a silly, big, dumb, fun movie, and I love it. And Phantom Carriage is just a genuinely great movie, so I put it at number 1 with 7 points.
All right. Zach, do you want to go first or me?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So number 8, I put the 1943 Phantom of the Opera at last with 0 points because I didn't really like it. I put the 2004 Phantom of the Opera at 7 with 1 point because even though it's not really a horror movie, it's pretty bombastic and visually entertaining, but that's about it. But at least I wasn't bored. Number 6, I put Nutty Professor there with 2 points. It was fairly entertaining. Was not a horror movie though, but it was more entertaining than Phantom of the Opera 2004.
True.
I put the 1932 Mummy at 5 with 3 points. And I put the 99 Mummy at 4 with 4 points. Then number 3, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, 1931, at 5 points. Trollhunter's number 2 with 7, and Phantom Carriage number 1 with 8 points.
8. Bunch of points.
Yeah.
All right. And then me time. At number 8, The Phantom of the Opera 2004. I gave it 1 point. It was at 0 points, but it got the Joel Schumacher curve, so I got a point. The Phantom of the Opera 1943 is at number 7 with 2 points. I enjoyed it more than 04, obviously because I bitched about it in the last episode because of the music, and I stand by it, and I'll die on that hill. Number 6, I have The Nutty Professor, and I gave that 3 points because in that movie there is a kaiju. There is a fucking fat Eddie Murphy kaiju
That's
getting
true.
a turkey. And at number 5, I put Trollhunter because there's fucking troll kaijus just fucking trolling around. So that's why they both have 3 points each. Solid kaijus. Number 4, The Mummy 1999. I like it. It's my first time watching that movie, so I gave it 4 points. And you're probably wondering why it's down there compared to the 1931, and I'll tell you later. But at number 3, I have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde 1931 at 5 points. Even though I watched the wrong one last time, this movie was cool. I like it better than the one I originally watched. And then
Me too.
and number 2, I have The Mummy 1931. I like this better than the 1999 version because the guy that, the mummy that's fucking going around and shit, he looks badass compared to the 1999 version, in my opinion. And at number 1, I have The Phantom Carriage. Probably one of my favorite silent movies that we've covered, which is only 2, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only think of this and Nosferatu. I feel like there's another one.
We all watched a silent movie by accident too. At
Yeah.
some point. Except Andy. He's the only one that didn't do that.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah, I'm the only one who can read on this show.
I can read.
Ironically, not being able to read forced us to watch a movie where we were required to read.
I got bamboozled by YouTube. That's
You
what
got
happened to
tricked.
me.
The universe said, I'm going to teach you to read, you son of a bitch.
I did read.
Alrighty. Are we ready for our final ranking? I have it worked out. All right.
Okay.
At number 8, we have Phantom. I did make a change on mine because as you guys were talking about it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna adjust it because I think I need to give it more due. So I made it. Didn't change any of my actual rankings, but I did adjust a point, and it made things a little cleaner here. So, all right. So Phantom of the Opera, 1943, at number 8. We have Phantom of the Opera, 2004, at number 7.
Wow. It's more horrific.
Yeah, just a little more. not much.
It's a screw job.
We have Nutty Professor at number 6. At number 5, we have The Mummy, 1931. At number 4, we have Jekyll and Hyde. At number 3, we have The Mummy, 1999. At number 2, we have Trollhunter. And number 1, we have The Phantom Carriage.
That final ranking is pretty fucking cool. How it balance out like that.
I'm solid. It's solid. Like, it doesn't match mine, but I'm very, very satisfied with the overall end ranking.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of surprised Trollhunter edged it out, but yeah, when I did the points, it got 20 total points, and that's what's really cool. So Phantom Carriage won by a landslide. It was 29 points.
We all enjoyed that one the most. Yes.
Yeah. And then from there, from 2 through 5, it's all separated by 1 point increments. It's literally 20, 19, 18, 17.
Huh.
Which is really cool. So they're all right neck and neck with each other, which is kind of neat. Again, now to be fair, I could have left one. So Jekyll and Hyde and Mummy were tied originally with my original, but I was already okay, I like this movie a little more. I'm giving credit, so I moved 1 point off because the Phantom of the Opera movie was fine, but it was a horror movie, so I moved my other. So I guess I spared us from having conversation about which one or the other, but.
Good. The less I talk to you idiots, the better.
Yeah, there we go.
You're fired.
All right, well, that's it. Phantom of the Opera 43, Phantom of the Opera 04, Nutty Professor, Mummy 31, Jekyll and Hyde. Whoops, I dropped my coffee mug. Mummy 99, Trollhunter, and Phantom Carriage. Go watch the Phantom Carriage and watch Trollhunter and Mummy. The other ones, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, watch them for Christmas. Watch Phantom Carriage and then watch Muppets Christmas Carol.
There you go, back to back. Perfect. Well, next month is November, so we're gonna watch Batman movies. I don't know how we arrived. We knew we wanted to watch the Batman movies. It's no one's theme. It has nothing to do with November.
No one's theme. It does. You have to be thankful for justice.
We'll see.
There you go. I'm thankful for justice.
Dark Knight November. That's the what do you call it? The theme.
Daylight savings night.
This is my month. No, we're going to call it No Night November. There you go.
There you go.
But anyway, the longtime listeners of the show will know that we already watched 4 Batman movies. We're going to watch 4 more. We're going to watch the Christopher Nolan trilogy, and then we're going to watch The Batman. But watch Batman Begins first. And then come back here next week. We will discuss it. I'm willing to wager this is one of those movies that a lot of people have seen already. But hey, watch it again. Refresh yourself. I remember it being pretty good. I haven't seen it in years, though, so maybe it sucks now.
We'll see. We will see. But anyway, now it's time for our host credit scene. We're going to talk about what we've been watching. Well, there was no sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a way to own your fuck up. You're like,
all right, I'm going to go first. I played a bunch of Gundam cards. I played at a party with 2 of these idiots, and I played at Gundam events twice, 2.5 times. One time there was no playing, just buying.
I played 2. I was there. I saw it all.
He saw it all, folks. We've been playing that Gundam. I finally got the Amuro Ray deck. I was excited about that.
I hate you. That's the only deck I don't have.
Well, it's the only deck I have. Well, besides Iron Bloom, of course. I got that. I have it. I've had it 4 times.
I have none, but I have been indoctrinated into the Gundam cardboard. It's
okay.
fun.
Yeah. If you can't get Iron Bloom, I got one for you. So.
Okay, sick. I haven't. To be fair, I haven't looked yet. I haven't gone to a store to see if they've got anything. Okay. But, yeah. But I'm definitely interested in getting stuff. I was gonna wait until this new release happens and figure out what I need to buy so I can build a deck to have for fun. Mechanically, the game's really cool. I really enjoy the level system as opposed to like when you can play things versus not to like how it balance things, and having the extra token on the draw is really nice. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of mechanics of it that are very similar to card games I've already played. It's very intuitive to play. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, if you've played something like Magic or even Pokemon, it's kind of easy to get into. But then it's got different stuff. Like, I guess the shields is kind of like it's a Bandai thing. I guess the One Piece game does like 6 health kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's been a lot of fun. I've been playing a whole bunch. Speaking of cards, opening a bunch of cards every single day. Big Trouble Rips. We've been doing awesome on Gundam lately. Pokemon, we've been doing fine. Pokemon hates me. But Gundam, I've been doing pretty awesome. Opened some pretty high dollar cards. I got my top loaders now because I got all that cool stuff now. Other than that, I also speak of Gundam, more Gundam. I built a Gundam model. There you go. It's Grandpa. And also speaking of Gundam, I finished Iron-Blooded Orphans. Now, I don't want to say too much about it because Zach and I are going to record a side project. We're breaking off. We're going to do Big Zam and Little Podcast. I don't know if we're calling it that officially, but I have come to really like that song or that name song. Zach, in 10 words or less, as a spoiler, what do you think about the ending of Iron-Blooded Orphans?
It has its moments.
I've been realizing online, on Reddit and other places, people don't like the ending of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
It seems pretty split.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's very polarizing. A lot of people don't like a lot of stuff about it. I think it was almost perfect. I'll hold off why I think that, but
okay.
Like I was very, 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 very surprised at a couple of things, and then there's a few things that happen. It's like, oh, you spoiled it. It was almost perfect, but that's okay. We'll discuss it at length, hopefully very soon.
I'm kind of between both sides.
Okay. Hopefully I can either bring you over to my side, or you can, put a flag on the other hill here, and we'll have a little conflict. And then the only other thing I did was completely non-Gundam related, and I can't even remember what made me do this. I think I was just trying to relax in front of the TV, so I watched a stupid movie on HBO. It was like a made for HBO movie from the early 2000s called I can't remember the full title of it. I think it's just called and starring Pancho Villa as himself. It's just a movie about when they made a movie in the silent era about Pancho Villa, but he was alive and fighting the Mexican government in Mexico. So they just went to him and got the rights for his life, and then he stars as himself in a movie about him. It's a fascinating story, but if it had been a documentary, I would have been a lot happier. Like, the movie itself is just, who cares?
Huh.
It's all right. It's a real interesting thing that happened. A few of the actors in it aren't bad. Antonio Banderas plays Pancho Villa, and he's okay at it. It's all right. But yeah, that's it. I did lots of Gundam stuff, and then for some reason I watched one movie.
All right, who's next?
Yeah, we'll stay in order. Go in order. Actually, I'll start with my card stuff because I think that'll be better. So I'm gonna turn the camera down so you guys can see. I got some cool stuff here.
Make him full screen.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, so I had a couple things. So I won some cards on an auction, and then managed to open a new pack of the new set and got this. But the really cool thing was yesterday my wife's like, hey, I'm at Sam's Club, and they're giving out tickets for people to get Pokemon stuff, and there's a lot of people that seem really sweaty about this. They offered me a ticket. Do you want me to get them? And I didn't message her back in time, so being the good egg she is, she got me two of the things, and it happened to be those prismatic boxes, and I opened the Eevee SIR out of it, so that was super cool. Yeah, so I was real thrilled about that. But yeah, other than that, I actually haven't played any Pokemon this week. It's the first week I've actually taken off because I've just shifted that focus over
Orkana,
to
right?
Orkana, yeah. And I was with you two idiots this weekend, so it was the first time that I wasn't a part of casting and judging. Oh no, I threw cards. Casting and judging the Turbo Blaze trials, so the rest of the team had to carry the weight there and everything, but it all still went well. That said, the Lorcana stuff, I'm not going to lie, kind of hate it. The game is kind of miserable. They took away my favorite way to play the game because control doesn't exist. At least there's like one control deck, but it's not a control deck. It's just some janky mid-range deck that it sucks. I don't know. I hate the game. The game's so polarizing. There's no true way to set yourself up to be in a spot where you can consistently use skill to win. Some of it just literally comes down to, well, I hope I don't get paired into X and I get to go first, and or they draw. It's just a lot of luck, and I hate that. So
it's time for Gundam.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really thinking about. I'm thinking about potentially. I'm gonna go to Milwaukee. I'm gonna see how it goes. But after that, I might just pack things up. I've talked to people about selling out versus not, and honestly, I have nothing to really gain from selling. It's such a small amount versus if I hold on to stuff, it could be worth a lot more. And I can just literally just pack it away and not bother with it. But if I do that, then the next thing is, okay, do I move? Do I just focus solely on Pokemon? Do I pick something else up? The Gundam thing seems very fun, and I don't plan on doing anything competitively with that. Just casually, I would like to have some decks, and I have an excuse to come down and come play with you guys. So this seems like it'd be a lot of fun. So I might do that, but Pokemon Standard though, something I've thought about is if I'm not doing Lorcana, I can travel to these other events. I can still play Gym Leader Challenge, but I
assumed they were going on at the same place anyway a lot of the time, right?
So they have them, but Pokemon's regionals aren't having these massive people show up, but as far as what they're worth, they're not worth anything. They're just side events. Their nationals, they have a pretty big event, and the grand prize is a Nintendo Switch. So think about that. Their biggest national event, and that's the grand prize when they have hundreds of people playing it.
Wait,
and
is it a Switch or a Switch 2?
No, a Switch. Like, even though the Switch 2 had just come out, they only gave out a Switch. And this is Pokemon holding this event. Where, like, the event I'm going to where a store that's just doing it on their own is holding a circuit is, like, giving thousands of dollars away. So, like, that's what we focus on. And it's very heavily community-based, which is fine. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, we enjoy it. And, but that said, like, I don't mind. I can kind of pivot toward back to standard, and I have a reason to go to those events and grind. And, if I go to an event and do badly, guess what? I get to play Gym Leader Challenge the next day. So it's just something to think about. Not that I'm going to go to tons of events anyway. I'd only go to a couple locally. So, like, it's, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm a little discouraged, to be honest, about work on it. But I'm going to have a good time with my teammates and just try not to worry too much about it. If things go well, great. But even if they go well, I can't imagine I'll enjoy it too much. The game just sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to replace it with anything. Just bail on it and use the time to do other things.
I mean, honestly, that's probably not a bad idea. I feel like I'm stretched a little thin right now, to be honest. So that could be where I'm at. But
people will be like, "Why don't you play Lord-Gun anymore?" And then just throw back in their face like, "I'm raising a child," and they'll shut up.
Yeah. Good. Oh, I have a great story about raising a child in a few minutes. But that all said, I think that what has happened is a good consequence. It's a good lesson for other TCGs to learn. Like, if you have a game that lets you be so aggro oriented, you have to have things to keep that in check. Like, you have to give people a way to interact or remove, like, do something, right? You can't just make it all aggro. It's just, you can't. Like, there's a reason that board resets exist. Board wipes exist for a reason. But it is what it is. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll stop bitching about it. As far as shows, honestly, I've had to work a lot, and then I was sick. Funny enough, I didn't watch. I did watch something. Sorry, I went back. It was like a comfort thing, because I imagine it's the next part of it's going to come out soon enough. So I just had it on in the background while I was sorting stuff. But I watched like Bleach: 1,000-Year Blood War, just going back and recapping.
Oh shit! I did something similar. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's another Gundam thing. The night after that party, Zach drove me home because I was too drunk to drive. And as soon as I got in the door, I put on 8th MS Team and I watched the first 3 episodes while drunk. All right, sorry, I had to get that in real quick.
More Gundam stuff. No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, but I just had it on. I was doing stuff, and then I watched a movie called Hard Boiled.
Hell yeah!
Which, funny enough, I'd already watched once. I watched it again. I've watched it twice. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
It rolls.
It has such an awesome fucking vibe. I love it. And then I proceeded to play and beat Stranglehold, which is the game sequel to Hard Boiled, or spiritual sequel, I guess.
Well, much more on that later.
Yeah, but we're not going to cover the details of the game. I've played it, and you'll get to hear about that soon enough. And then Evie and I have played some games. We moved on from Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong's like we've done everything. Like the Collectathon is done.
No, that Conky Kong.
Now she's playing Dark Souls.
That's right. Moved on.
Not quite. We played some Mario Kart. We actually played that today. We played some Sonic 2 as well.
Shit.
We played some Super Smash Brothers. That was very brief. She was very bad at it. This is the good one. This is where the story comes in. We played.
Well, I got bad news for you, buddy. Everyone is bad when they play Smash Brothers with you.
No, we were on teams. It was bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So we played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, and we completely beat the game.
The game
it was great. Game's cool, right? She enjoyed it. We had a blast playing it. This is the story. This is great, and I've already marked it down. Like I have a quote book of things that she said as growing up. Like this kid just says things that we got to remember later because they're fucking hilarious. So we're in the boss fight. The whole premise of that game, if you've not played it, is like they're trying to like reassemble Krang's robot. They're trying to put Krang back together. Well, finally toward the end, Krang gets put back together, and you have to fight Krang. Right? Krang's doing the thing where like. It's like broken up, and the top half's like spinning around, smacking, and the bottom half's doing this. And the little brain is just like running its mouth, talking constantly and yipping. And unprompted in the middle of this boss fight, Evie says, Man, that pig's vagina sure loves to talk.
Whoa.
So I just paused the game and was like, all right, let's walk that back and dissect that sentence. What did you say? Well, I had to explain how Krang, it was a robot, it wasn't a pig. And how that was a brain and it was talking. And it's a home, it's just there in like the belly area. That's just where it sits. Like, explain the whole thing to her, right? And then she goes, I don't know, Dad, that looks a lot like a pig's vagina. And I was like, okay, whatever you say. So you have written out the quote, man, that pig's vagina sure loves to talk. We just kept playing the game. So, there you go.
You can say that about a lot of women.
There's some joys of parenting.
Edgy.
Base.
She's gonna grow up to be an edgelord.
Yeah. Yeah. And just tried a new card game. My old card game sucks. And got a couple video games to play. Didn't do much else. Yeah, that's all I got.
Who's next? You guys got to decide. Okay, there you go.
I'm going.
Go! Hurry!
So I've been reading comics because comics is like my life again, which is great. It brings me happiness. And
cool.
And I read Spider-Man Noir. They did another run with it. I got issue number 1. Pretty cool. They kind of like do the like they kayfabe the Spider-Verse within this comic. They're like, oh, the other Peters know how to deal with this situation and all that stuff. I'm like, that's a cool thing that they added on the comics, and the art's good. I like it. DC is doing a bunch of Batman again, which is fine. It just annoys me that there's so many Batmans that
Did they stop at some point? I thought there's like 16 people in the Bat family now. I keep seeing these stupid, like, Facebook thinks I like comics a lot, so it always shows me that shit. And there's like, oh, it's so funny. They're all trying to eat breakfast at the same time. And there's like 3 Batgirls and like Damian Wayne and all 3 Robins and I don't know, some mechanical Batman guy and Alfred and Batman and a bunch of other people I don't recognize. What the fuck is going on?
That's the thing. Like, they have this absolute universe where like all the superheroes are edgy and shit, and they're like, oh, they want to kill the villains and stuff on that universe. And then you have the base DC people that are just like, hey man, we're just
sounded like the other one was based, but whatever.
Yeah. But they just had their first event, which is KO, which I don't know what it means. I think that just means universes are clashing.
Are you still sticking with your thing? You read the first issue digitally before you decide to jump in?
At times, yes.
Because it seems like you mostly buy non-DC and Marvel stuff, which I really, really respect.
Yeah, because on the apps, on like the Marvel app and the DC app, like you get the issue like within the week or whatever. So like I'll read it and be like, if I'm interested, I'll follow it. But I really like the indie comics. I like, when they do stuff like what do you call it? Hellraiser or Twilight Zone. Oh yeah, Twilight Zone was I read that first issue. The art's pretty cool. It's just the whole black and white and black, gray, and all that stuff. I know that's what it was in the Twilight Zone show, but it just doesn't come
What about
off.
the writing, though? The writing's got to be on point, or it's not Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's almost Outer Limits type of writing, not as much as Twilight Zone, if that makes any sense.
It does, actually. That does make sense to me.
Yeah,
in some sense.
The story of that one is like they're trying to create a gene to make the people young or stay young forever, and shit happens and people's faces start to disappear. I won't tell you why it happens, but it has a very Twilight Zone twist at the end.
Well, they're talking about all these Zoomers and shit injecting fillers into their face and using.
Yeah, they all got Ozempic face.
Yeah, they all got Ozempic face. They're like in their early 20s.
Yep. And what else? I also read the Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers comics that are out right now. The writing's pretty good on that. Each character has its personality that would be on the TV show or the cartoon or the live action. So
you showed a panel where we saw the Nasty Boys in action. Yeah.
Yep, yeah. When they fucking morphed into like some Power Rangers, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, but sidebar back when we played Ninja Turtles and we fought Bebop and Rocksteady, I tried to explain to her how each of them were two different parts of the Nasty Boys, and she's like, "What does that mean?" It's like, "Don't worry about it.
You'll learn later."
Yep. But comics wise, the reason I like going to the comic store is because of the cover art. I'm a fucking fool for cover arts and shit.
You should just collect prints then.
I should.
It's not the same.
I know.
It's worth a lot of money.
It was a joke.
But yeah,
this holofoil Venom, he's like drooling fucking ooze or something. It's gonna be worth $500 in 10 years.
Yeah, maybe if we're lucky. I don't know if I discussed this on last episode, but I watched this show on Netflix called Wayward.
It's got Toni Collette in it. Is it good?
It's good when she's in it.
But not when she's in it.
When she's not in it, they have this main character, who's also the director, and she sucks as an actor.
How do you get Toni Collette in there, and then you like get somebody that fucking sucks?
I was gonna say money, but she seems like she's got scruples, right? She's usually just in good stuff.
I think she's pretty selective about what she does. She's not like in a lot of stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I think this was like she was friends with the director, and they were just like, "Let's do a movie."
Oh, it was a favor. It was a favor job.
Yeah. The beginning of the show like sucked ass, where I was like literally being like, I don't know if I should keep on watching this and hate my life, but I kept on going through. And I actually enjoyed the story, but then fucking really hated the fucking ending. And so my recommendation is don't watch this trash.
Thank you. You prevented me from watching it, probably.
Yeah, hero.
The middle part's fine. The ending was like, why are you okay? Fuck you. And then it just ends.
I'll just go watch Hereditary again and get my Toni Collette fix.
There you go. Other than that, baseball. Yankees.
Oh, yeah, you've definitely been watching baseball.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, so the Mets didn't make the playoffs because they are big dummies, and everybody should get fired in that organization, sell the team, and I don't know, bring back the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Let's go West Virginia Mountaineers. We got to start our own baseball team. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But the Yankees are about to get eliminated by the Blue Jays. So
good. Are they winning now? It was 1-1 before we started recording.
It's 5-1 going into the 9th.
Good, because they fucking spanked them the other night. I was
like,
oh, good. The Yankees are gonna get eliminated by the Blue Jays. This is all right. I'm back on board with the postseason now because the Reds got swept. So
yeah, but other than baseball, one thing I kind of want to touch on that you guys already know based off of the Facebook Messenger, Microsoft is going fucking nuts. So they raised the prices on Game Pass from the Ultimate from 20 to 30, which is
didn't really add enough features to justify it. It seems like.
Oh, you got Fortnite Battle Pass thing and Ubisoft old games. Like whoopity fucking do. Not only that, they were just like, hey guys, we might not just do our fucking next gen consoles, because I think
I thought that was already a possibility.
Well, they were planting the seeds, but they're like slowly fucking their fan base, essentially.
Whatever, it's fine. Like. Yeah. I mean, I know you're outraged. It's just I think I went through the stages of denial, and I'm on acceptance. I think I'm just ahead of you. I was never like a massive Microsoft fanboy or anything, but I did get a Series X first. I did think it was a cooler piece of equipment. I like the controller better, and I wanted to play Forza. But you can buy a third-party controller, and now Forza's on PlayStation. So I guess fuck me. Like, that was kind of it. Like, I went through the stages, and now I'm like, well, if they don't make another system, then I guess fuck them. Who cares?
It just feels very like. Is all three companies gearing us for pretty much cloud gaming? Is that
You're
like
trying to?
They would like to. They would like that very much. I mean, it keeps misfiring, but every time it gets a little bit closer. It's always like for every Ouya failure, there's like, Switch games aren't all physical. And people should be more outraged about that, but they're not. Everyone's just kind of like, oh, I kind of wish I could buy Yakuza 0 on a cartridge, but I guess I can't. And then they just like don't do anything about it. And then they announced that it's coming out on a disc for PS5. So it's frustrating.
Yeah,
They gotta reach that event horizon everybody else reached with movies and TV shows. You're starting to regret.
Yeah, that's true. They're kind of going back a little bit. Everyone's starting to be like, "Oh shit, I should have bought physical media."
Yeah. I truly think the Activision Blizzard buying from Microsoft, they bit more than they can chew. Is that the phrasing?
Bit off more than they could chew.
Yeah, there you go. With that, and they're like, "Holy shit, the costs! We need to fucking fix this somehow. Raise the price of the hardware that nobody really fucking wants anyway, and raise the Game Pass." Because the only reason why I had Game Pass is because of the day one releases. And like I said, they fucking canceled Perfect Dark. So what else is coming out? Nothing. Because everything else is coming out later onto PlayStation. So why fucking care
They announced Forza Horizon. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Forza Horizon in Japan, but it'll be on PlayStation, so who cares?
Yay!
But yeah, it's just like, just be a software company at this point. Stop doing hardware.
That's what a lot of Microsoft wanted.
That wouldn't make you sad?
I mean, there's no point anymore. They don't really give a shit anymore about the Xbox.
Well, then let me ask you a question, and this isn't an attack. This is a genuine. I just want to know. If Microsoft announced, because you're obviously invested in this, you're upset about it, you're bitching about it on Facebook Messenger all the time. I get it. If Microsoft threw in the towel and just became a software development, and they just put Halo and Gears and Forza on PlayStation and maybe Switch, and you weren't upset about it, how big of a fan were you? Because the reason I say that is because when Sega threw in the towel in the early 2000s and said we're not going to do hardware anymore, I was heartbroken. And like looking back, there were a bunch of good Dreamcast games, but they were infrequent, and like the writing had been on the wall for years. But I was still like clinging to this idea that Sega's going to come back. I fucking love Sega. I fucking love Sonic. Oh, this is my brand. Then it was gone, and I was upset, and I had I've kind of been adrift since. But are you a Microsoft fan, or are you just like
But here's the difference. I think with Sega, like Sega had a very downward trend until it finally fell off and then became software, and then the up and up came from that stock wise. With Xbox, they just been fucking shitting the bed ever since 360. They never stuck the landing at all. Like Xbox One came out and people were like, what the fuck is this? Is this an entertainment machine, or is it a gaming machine?
Yeah.
And then, the series, like, you came out with that, and then that wasn't a smooth launch either with Halo.
I disagree with you a little bit on that. I think the 360 is the high watermark for Microsoft. And people always point to all of its hardware failures, which, is like a huge mark on its reputation. It's mud on Microsoft's face. But the fact that it had such an enormous hardware failure rate, but people kept buying up 360s is proof positive that it was a powerful brand. People wanted to play Gears of War. They wanted Call of Duty on the Xbox. They wanted to play Halo 3 and Halo Reach. They wanted to play them bad. And then like they tried to chase the Wii's success with the Kinect, and it didn't like hurt their overall brand yet. It screwed up an E3 for them, I guess. So maybe I'm talking out my ass here, but like I think their downward spiral began when they announced that the Xbox One was going to have that digital rights thing, And then like Sony released that little video. It was like, here's how you loan a game to your friend. And it was just like a guy handing a game to another guy. And we still talk about it and laugh about it today. I think that was the beginning of it. Microsoft is always trying to like reinvent the digital wheel, or no, redigitalize the physical wheel so that they can pump as much money out of this as they can. They stopped being concerned about being a cool, something about the 360. Like it felt like there was a bunch of nerds at Microsoft that were like, yeah, we're gonna make some fucking cool games, man. Did you play fucking Viva Pinata? We were serious about that shit. Like it felt cooler. Like they mailed DVDs that were just trailers to JRPGs. They were excited about video games. And then after the Xbox One started doing all of its digital nonsense, the only stuff they ever felt excited about was the kind of stuff I'm always upset about, like grimdark bullshit. Halo, Gears of War, and Forza. Forza's almost a sports game, and then Halo and Gears are both just mature shooters.
Yeah, like some of that spirit from the original Xbox carried over for a while.
Yeah. The Rock introduced it, man. Oh, the fucking Xbox, man, it rules.
I think towards the end of the 360's life cycles when they started planting the seeds for their own failures later. That's when they started like really slowing down like any kind of priority about having like, you know, console exclusive games that were supposed to drive the brand forward more. And they started focusing more on that Kinect stuff, like you were saying.
Yeah.
They shifted gears and then like just kept doing things like adjacent to like what they should have been doing instead. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think this whole like talk could go in so many directions as far as like the thing with me is I stick onto nostalgia with Halo and Gears of War. Like obviously the whole Gears of War Reloaded came out. Playing that now, I mean, I still have the nostalgia feel, but I don't have the reflexes that I used to when I used to play that game online. So like,
too old for this shit.
Yeah, I'm getting too old to fucking play that competitive stuff. So I think I wish, you know, the big three would just focus on sticking what is not broken and just do the old team deathmatch stuff that people used to love in Halo, the party games.
They want all the money, not just some of it.
Yeah, and I understand. That's why I said this can go in many directions. I just think that
we're putting Chaz to sleep. So
I'm good.
No, I think just Xbox is they want to move into a different direction. And they just said, you know what, fuck the old school fans, and this is what we're going to be focusing on.
You'll join me in acceptance soon, my friend.
You guys have said it.
They were working on.
If you really want to know what it was, it's Nintendo's fault. Like Andy touched on it, but it's really Nintendo's fault. Like despite how awesome the 360 was, the Wii is still like one of the best-selling consoles of all time. And the moment that companies realize, oh wait, we've actually tapped into like the literal denominator. We can get literally people who were previously lobbying to have all video games banned into playing video games.
Everyone's getting retirees, news anchors are playing it on TV. Fucking, they're playing it during Sports Center. Like everyone's playing the Wii now, and they realized, oh, all the money is up for grabs, not just the gamer money.
That's
where we are.
Example of them not understanding how all this works.
Yep,
it's just like the whole thing with the Game Pass is I've been talking about this since they started it. They started the idea. I'm like, this isn't going to work. It's gonna like, it'll work at first, I guess, but in the end, it's not the strategy to go with because gaming's not the same as movies and TV shows. You can't consume it the same way.
I mean, to be fair, like they just doubled down because again, the Kinect was actually initially successful.
Right.
Like, that's the problem. It's just like how the Game Pass was initially successful, but it's very short-sighted.
Was the Game Pass failing? Why did they raise the price? Why did they do this at all? I thought it was doing fine.
Exactly. And I think that's why I said the Activision deal was like they have to balance it out somehow.
There's been all these reports about, vendors dropping like Microsoft products. Like, we're not selling Microsoft shit anymore. See ya. Like Costco, that was a big vendor that dropped all that stuff. That's not a good sign when like vendors are straight up like saying, we're not going to sell your product anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's just like their numbers have just been trending down, like generally this generation.
Yeah. I mean, people have trended up and down here and there each generation. I don't know. It's all wrapped up in this Game Pass thing. It's a kind of a new. This hasn't happened before, specifically. So it's just I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But if they don't make another console, like I think I will like silently mourn that. But ultimately, it was always going to happen.
Their heart was never truly in it, except for like 5 or 6 years.
It used to be. Yeah, exactly. What happened to those guys? They all got jobs somewhere else.
They all got fucking ran out of the company.
Yeah,
dude, like beer belly Phil Spencer has been like missing for a really long time.
Now we got Ozempic Phil Spencer.
But yeah, it was good discussion, and just to touch what Chaz said before we move on about Nintendo, they're still following Nintendo. Like, what's the thing? Each console you're hearing now is that they're gonna have a handheld with their console.
Yep,
so,
I've been seeing that too.
Yeah,
that's fine. Copy Nintendo by all means. Sony, copy Nintendo. Give me a fully portable system. I have a PlayStation Portal. I love it. If I could take it outside the house without worrying about a bunch of fucking nonsense like networking stuff, awesome. Do it. Rip them off.
Give me
Copy
a PSP 2 or a Vita 2, except good this time.
Except good this time. This time do it right.
Right. I mean, the PSP was fine. It lost support over time.
Yeah, I actually like the PSP, except the controls stuck a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thumbstick sucked.
That little nub thing. Yeah.
Look, just take the PlayStation Portal and just make it like thick and put all the stuff in there. That's all you're gonna do. It's not gonna take much.
Yeah.
The plate PSP Vita. Just combine the two. There you go.
PSPV.
PSPV.
Y'all got them PPs?
Money. You got PPVs?
and to end it, I watched Carrie.
The original?
That was classic. Good job.
Yeah.
Long ass conversation.
I feel like you did this stuff out of order, but cool. Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's long. I was like ready for him to wrap it up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I also watch Carrie."
Yeah, I was just it was on. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then I watched it. That's it.
Cool.
No critique. Zach, take it away.
Okay. I watched a few things. Let's see. Watched a little bit of anime. I started watching Gundam Seed because I haven't seen it for a while.
Interesting.
And I remember I used to hate that show back when it was like new because I didn't like how like the animation or the characters looked.
I still don't dig the animation.
Like, and it's funny. Like, I got something to say about that too because like they've remastered it and stuff. Their Seed remastered, and apparently they even redubbed it. I didn't know that until like recently.
So they redubbed Seed, but they still won't make a dub for Double Zeta.
No, because it sucks.
Fucking Bandai, I swear to God.
Just kidding. But no, you know, for it to be remastered, it's not that good of a remaster because there's times where it's like I see, okay, yeah, this does look better than like what I remember seeing, and then there's scenes where it looks absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And I can't figure it's like part of the reason I think is because they forced it to be 16:9 when it should have just stayed 4:3. Blowing it up and shit like that, I think didn't help matters, but whatever. Like the ratio for looks better, looks worse is probably like 70-30%. The dub is, I think it's better because I think I can recall when I watched the original, I was like, some of these VOs are pretty good. Some of them are not. This time, I think for the most part, all around, it's like better. But I wanted to rewatch it because it's like I kind of forgot a lot of stuff about it, and I was like buying cards with like Seed stuff on it, and I was feeling bad because it's like I don't remember almost any of this shit. It's just making me feel. It was making me feel like a fake geek girl or something. I had to like remember. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's decent. We'll see how I feel when I get finished. I finished Free Red Journey's End, at least up to this point. I finished it because I guess people who do mangas and shit now in Japan, they're able to have breaks instead of like driving themselves into the ground all the time. So it's like more common for like these stories to go on hiatus than it used to be. Except for that guy who I guess does One Piece. That guy's a fucking nut job or something. I don't know. He needs to stop. It's just too long.
But he's not done.
He needs to fucking finish.
He said he's 3/4 done. I think I saw that somewhere.
Jesus Christ! So what? We got 500 more episodes to go.
He has a plan. Look, I admire that. I admire the fact that he has like a game plan. I'll bet you he's lying. I'm sure it's bullshit, but he's got some kind of a framework.
His plan is to milk fucking Shonen Jump for more money. Yeah.
Hell, it's making them a fuckload of money. Everyone's happy.
Yeah. I'll never watch it.
I'll be incapable of watching it.
But exactly. I won't have time. I'm running out of time as we're speaking.
We're wasting time now. Hurry up.
We got to rant about Xbox for 20 minutes. But Freewood was great. I guess it's going to pick up again later, a season 2 or something. Just watch it. It's great. I watched some horror movies and stuff. I watched Bring Her Back, which is made by the director duo that did Talk to Me. Dubs hated that movie when he was drunk and he was talking about it or something.
Yeah.
I said it was good. I liked it.
All right.
But Bring Her Back is pretty good. I like Talk to Me better, mostly because I think they do like a hard turn towards the end of this movie, like versus like what you think is going to happen. Even like considering things like, genre conventions and stuff like that, except it's not executed in what I think is a good way. It's like a bad way. One of those, I subvert your expectations. I'm going to pour all the liquid onto the table instead of the glass kind of thing. Well, I subvert your expectations like that.
I didn't see that coming.
But it's still a pretty good movie, though. Don't watch it if you have a thing about watching people's mouths get fucked up and teeth and shit. Maybe don't watch it.
No.
There's a lot of that in this movie. I watched Halloween. What can you say? The original Halloween, not the one that they called Halloween again a few years ago. Then I saw the TV Glow as part of our horror fest thing we do annually with a group of friends.
Is that worth watching? It's on my list.
I think so. Yes.
Okay, good. I'll probably watch it then.
But it was really cool. I enjoyed it, especially like the vibe it has and like the stuff it was going for, which is like kind of like riffing off of like when you used to get to like TV shows in the 90s and stuff. It's got like very specific vibes like that going on in it. Mostly dealing with like existential dread and stuff too. Very cool movie. Then I watched The Platform.
I hate that movie.
You watched? I got like real middle of the road opinions on it.
Yeah, it's not like I can't point to any one thing and be like, this is why this movie sucks. But it seemed, is lazy the right word?
If what you're referring to as lazy is like the themes in it and shit, that's what I think's wrong with it too. Yeah,
the writing seemed like very like middle school.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like some high schoolers like, I'm gonna write this. This is gonna be fucking great. It's about classism and shit. And I'm like,
yeah, that's kind of what I got out of it. It seemed like, really, this is what we're doing. Okay, I kept waiting for it to like go to the next level, and it never did. No,
it's like the most basic story you could think of. Like if you're gonna write a fictional story about classism,
yeah,
and it's just so ham-fisted, like it's insane.
I watched it like a couple years ago, so I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember walking away from it being like, well, I'll never have to watch that again.
Is that the one where the food is on the platform and then gets lowered down and shit?
Yeah. Did you see it too?
Yeah, there's sequels too, and it's garbage.
The sequel apparently fucking sucks out.
Yeah. There's a sequel?
Yeah. The Platform too.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. Also didn't really like the ending. I don't know.
Yep.
Don't recommend it. And I watched Singapore GP. There was racing.
Oh yeah, I watched that too. Sorry, I forgot.
It was okay racing.
Well, I watched most of it. I fell asleep.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I wish something would happen.
And then Carlos Sainz complained about how they didn't film anything that was exciting, and he was right.
Yeah, maybe there was nothing to film, but they're for real though.
No, yeah, there was like, I mean, we just saw. This is another one of those races where like everybody kind of settles into their zone, and then
the first few laps were exciting, and I was like, all right, yeah, here we go, and then that was kind
of. I hate it when that happens.
A lot of street circuits are like that.
Yeah, it's just these cars need to fucking get smaller. Enough of this shit. Stop driving these boats around.
Next year they're going to be smaller in every dimension, shorter, shorter in all 3 dimensions. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, but it was a race. Played a little bit of video games. Haven't done a lot. I played card games with everybody, like they were talking about before. Played a little bit of Final Fantasy Tactics: Ivalice Chronicles, which is just like a remaster of the game.
It's so hard to resist buying that.
I'm going to say it's the definitive version of the game, really, because they restored some content that was cut from it.
Is the new voice acting, is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I didn't like the War of the Lions shit because it got too Shakespearean. And
I'm with you. I always kind of preferred the original take.
So it's like this is a good middle ground between that. Like it's like this is a fantasy world. People don't talk like in like modern verbiage, but it's not so obtuse that you can't get into it. But yeah, also the interface and stuff's nicer and all that jazz. It's great. If you like Final Fantasy Tactics, play it. If you never played it, get this version and try it. This is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, I'm resisting buying it, but I'll probably get it one of these days.
On the Switch, right?
Yeah.
It's for everything.
It's for everything.
Everything. You can't miss.
I'm gonna get it on the Ouya.
It's not for that.
Fuck!
That's a deep cut.
You promised me.
It's on the Sega Pico.
Yeah.
Also play a little bit of Age of Empires 2.
Ooh, right on.
Oh, Waltism. Let's go.
He's got it.
I did a little Waltism, yeah. What did I play as? Sicilians, yeah.
Yeah.
This first time I tried them, yeah.
They have the towers that are extra cool.
Yeah, they have like the extra
Donjons,
strong
that's what they're
towers.
called.
Yeah, the donjons, and it's just like a stronger tower that you can like
make
the castle units out of after you get out of the Dark Age.
They rule.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's interesting. I did pretty well with them, so I think I'll continue to play them later or something.
They're good ones.
But that's everything I did. Yeah, that was it.
Well, hot damn. Well, hopefully everyone didn't tune out because they had to listen to Gundam and Xbox for a fucking hour. But
this is going to turn to a Gundam Xbox podcast.
It is. But anyway, if you do want more, and especially if you want to listen to us talk about Batman for a whole month, make sure you follow us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and of course, if you need the video component, you got to follow us here on YouTube. I'm expecting big things because Batman is popular, I believe. I don't know that for a fact, but I believe that people like Die Fledermaus. So make sure that you get those numbers up. Comment and tell us what you think about Batman. Do you hate him? Me too. I was just kidding. But anyway, make sure you come back next week. We're going to be watching Batman Begins. Thank you so much for watching or listening.
All right. Later, guys.